What's up, everybody? Trunkfreshgreen34 here, back with another review, and today we're taking a look at the Deputy Hazzard McQueen with slime variant of Deputy McQueen that has released earlier this year. And this is kind of a fun one because they kind of went back to how they did Cupcake McQueen back in 2020, where it was like Rust-eze McQueen and he had like a detachable shell, as I call it, with the cupcake piece on it, which I thought was actually kind of cool. And it's kind of neat to see them bring back that gimmick for another release, which I never would have guessed that they would. Now, what kind of sucks about this one, though, is the branding on the packaging. It's the regular artwork. They couldn't even, like, Photoshop some slime stains on top of them, which is kind of lazy in my opinion. Even just changing the expression, I think, would have gone a long way. But also, the name tag just says Lightning McQueen Deputy Hazzard. It doesn't even say, like, with slime or anything. And that is a common problem with a lot of the, like, Red Riders releases. Miles Axelrod suffers from this. The microphone version specifically never said that it came with the microphone, which is weird. So yeah, all around, really strange how they've approached the packaging for this release, but I guess most people just care about the diecast, so they don't really have incentive to make it accurate. Of course, seen in Cars on the Road alongside Rodent Marker and Motto, who I've reviewed, Mallory Carhut I've reviewed, Kirsten Marshall I've reviewed, and we've got Cryptid Buster Mater and Randy, neither of which I have just yet. I really want this Mater, though. All of the on-the-road Maters look really detailed and nice, so hopefully I can get that one in the future. But yeah, I'll be right back with this guy all opened up. Now, fun little story about where I found this. I actually got it in New York City. I went down to New York for about 4 days, and I only stopped at one Target store, and that Target store happened to have like full cases of case D, I believe this is, and they had one Slime McQueen, and they also had a Cave Mater, so I was really excited about that. Only one store I went to look for cars on my whole trip, and I actually was successful in it, so I was very happy about that. But yeah, I just thought I'd throw out that fun little story there. Now, of course, this is from the scene in the B-movie episode of On the Road where they're shooting the zombie scene, and then the zombie slime kind of just splatters on McQueen. And yeah, this is a very, like, it feels very Final Lap-esque in terms of a variation, if that makes any sense. I feel like a lot of variations from the Final Lap collection in 2010 were very, like, minor variants, like Wet Lightning McQueen or Muddy Lightning McQueen or whatever. This is kind of very reminiscent of that, where it's like such a small little thing that they didn't need to make, but they've opted to anyway, just because it was probably pretty easy for them to do. Now, I believe the slime is detachable, because it's very loose. I don't want to take it off, though, just because I'm worried I won't be able to get it back on. But yeah, it's literally just a Deputy Hazzard McQueen underneath. And in terms of decals, I mean, there's not a whole lot to look at. We just have the Deputy badge on the side here, which looks pretty crisp. I really like it. Headlight or backlight decals look pretty good as well. I really like the rims on Deputy McQueen. I think these are pretty nice. Color scheme looks really fun. I also, and this is kind of a nitpick, but I don't know, I feel like the cream color, like this, where the badge is, that kind of cream color should be just a bit lighter, and the kind of upper part should be a little bit more brown. But for the most part, I'd say the paint looks pretty good, to be honest. I don't really have many complaints about that. And the slime shell is super fun and like really, like, it's textured. You can see every like slime bubble on it. Like you can run your finger over it and it feels very fun. And I really like it. I like the intricate kind of pattern that they did. So like it like surrounds the lights and the eyes. I think it looks really fun. And I believe we can kind of see the expression, and it's like a slightly different expression from the regular Deputy McQueen release, which I really appreciate. They didn't really have to do that, but they did. They like adjusted the eyelid positioning to kind of give McQueen a bit more of a like, I don't really know how to describe the expression, but they changed it, which is all that matters to me. One little thing that I'm noticing that's bothering me is this. Almost looks like a crack. I don't really know what that is or how that happened, but not a huge fan of that quality control. But yeah, that is basically Slime Lightning McQueen, to be honest. Yeah, it's a pretty fun and simple variant. I don't really think this is something you need for your collection unless you like A, you're a completionist, or B, really want to recreate that scene from the episode, but I don't know. I still think it's fun, and if you see it and you really like it, you might as well pick it up. So I would say overall, this is a pretty great release. Well, I guess no, great's a little too strong. This is a pretty good release. It's like middle of the road. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just kind of boring in terms of a new release, especially because they did Space Creature McQueen like just before this. So like having those McQueens so close together, not really a big fan of that personally, but that's also like a preference thing. I realize some people don't care about that. But yeah, overall, really solid release. And oh, I like this too. I didn't even notice this, how the slime looks like it's dripping with the way they made the shape. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that is basically it for Slime Lightning McQueen here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, up next will be Cave Mater, which I also got in the States. So really excited about that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye now.